What's up, Spartan Nation? I'm Mason Sturkin here with the University of Dubuque Football head coach Ryan Maiuri. Coach, we just finished off the season with a 56-21 win over Buena Vista University. How do you feel overall this season went?
Yeah, it's been, I've seen a lot of progress in our team, in terms of off the field. Like culturally, we've been developing a lot of things over the last 11 months. We didn't always see that translate to wins on Saturdays, but we saw our team progress from week 1 to week 10. And we played a lot of really good opponents. We had four of our 5 losses were to top 25 teams, and they're all in the playoffs right now with 1 loss apiece. And, so we played a lot of really good talent. We just fell short in some areas, so hopefully we can grow on some of those shortcomings in the future. But it was overall a very productive season. Yeah.
So coming here, you were obviously the offensive coordinator at Central College last season. What's the transition like? What are some challenges that come with transitioning from a new program and a new position?
Yeah, that's kind of a very long list. But I think the biggest thing is just now you're handling like a greater group of guys. So you got over 100 guys that you're working with on the whole team, and they all play different positions and have different personalities and backgrounds, versus just working with one side of the football and preparing for a game. So there's that bigger challenge of the cultural piece of like the overall program. That's probably been the biggest transition, and then there's just a lot of logistical things, administrative type stuff that I wasn't accustomed to doing as just an offensive coordinator, that you have to do now as a head football coach, like preparing weekly travel and schedules and all that stuff. So just a lot more non-football work, I guess is the best way to put it. So that's been a fun challenge though. That's what I was excited for, and coming here is to be able to kind of grow myself and do different things.
Yeah, so there's a lot of challenges obviously, but there's also successes. Are there any specific moments or from the season that like really stood out as successes?
Most of it's been off the field are the things that stick out to me. Just in like our guys' personal development, we had a lot of guys that were willing to share some vulnerabilities and share their backgrounds, and we do a lot of readings and stuff together. We have like words of the week and just have guys kind of reflect on their lives and share those things with each other. I think those are the things that probably stick out to me the most. And guys taking steps in their personal growth, along with their athletic growth, but more so their personal growth and developing themselves, and guys paying attention to their brain health and working on those things. Like that's been pretty special to see, like guys wanting to do that versus me feeling like I have to get them to do it.
Yeah. So now we're going into the off season. What's like your first steps towards improving this program?
First thing is finishing strong in the classroom, this semester, and then we'll start transitioning to winter workouts. For our current players, like getting them prepared for what's to come with spring ball. So we got to do a great job in the weight room, working on our strength. That's somewhere, physically, maybe in some games we had may have been outmatched. So we need to work on that. And then for us coaches, outside of that, we need to get on the road recruiting. So that'll be a big piece of this in developing our future and getting a good incoming class.
And you mentioned recruiting. What are some things, if there's any recruits watching, some things that recruits or potential recruits can do to get noticed by you and your coaching staff?
Well, probably the easiest way is through social media. Most of us are active on that, whether it be Twitter or I guess X now, and then Instagram. But also we get in contact with high school coaches and get their information from them, and we'll develop communication that way. And then we're also starting at the end of this week. We'll go out into the high schools and visiting with guys and building relationships with them. That's a big thing for us, is developing that relationship. So when they come into the program, they understand what we're about and our values here. We also know them and understand what they're about and if they're good fits for our program.
In terms of recruiting again, are there any things that you think UD has that other programs have, or more reason that they should be here rather than other universities?
Yeah, I would start with that piece there, is like our attention to their needs and what they're looking for, and what we're looking for ultimately. So, I think we're going to develop deeper relationships that are transformational versus transactional. We're going to look at what their background is and help them develop as a person. Meet them where they're at, but help them see what their ceiling and potential is and help them to reach that full potential. And then, you can look at the facilities here, like you're not going to see this at many smaller institutions like ours. So I believe we set ourselves apart in terms of that stuff too. So not only are you going to have great people helping develop you as a person and as a football player, you're also going to have the facilities to allow you to do those things at a high level.
All right, well, that's all the questions I have for you. So I'm Mason Sturkin again. This is Coach Maiuri. Thank you all for watching the season recap, and make sure to follow Dubuque Football on social media and come out and support the team in the 2025 season.